Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, explorers. We've just finished our first segment. For those that missed it, please jump back over to YouTube and you'll get to see our first segment where we did the story of Mr. Big. And I've still got my co-host with me here, Taspi, and I've got Sophie here. I tell you what, just for the sake of your explorers, do you guys want to give them another hello, assalamu alaikum?
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
And for those explorers of you at home, don't forget to say wa alaikum salam. Taspi, you have a friend with you today, don't you?
Yes.
And because we were spending time doing Mr. Big's story, we didn't get to talk about your friend. So, can I hold your friend today?
Yes.
Oh, now, this friend, I'm sure she came to our TV show before wearing a different dress, or have you got two of them?
Yes.
Okay, Taspi, tell us, who is this?
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse. I remember a few weeks ago when Minnie Mouse came to our show, I told everyone how old she was. Can you remember?
Yes.
Yeah. Explorers at home, can you remember how old that we said Minnie Mouse was? Go on, Taspi, tell everybody, how old was she? She's 90 years old, isn't she?
Yes.
Minnie Mouse and the animated first Minnie Mouse came out a long time ago by Walt Disney in America. And yeah, Minnie Mouse is now 90 years old. But she's wearing a gold dress today. Taspi, what? Do you want to tell us the story? Why do you have Minnie Mouse with you today?
Because I love her.
Oh, Taspi loves Minnie Mouse. And is she going anywhere with you?
Yes.
Where is she going?
Paris.
Ah, you're taking her to see her other home, Euro Disney, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Minnie Mouse from America came over to Europe in France, Paris, for Euro Disney around 20 years ago. So us here in the UK are quite lucky because we don't have to go all the way to America. If we want to go to the Euro Disney theme park, we can go to Paris, which is where Tuspi's going, isn't it?
Yes.
And you want to take Minnie Mouse with you?
Yes.
Is she going to go on all the rides with you? Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Well, I'm sure. Do you think Minnie Mouse enjoyed the story we did at the beginning?
Yes.
Do you think Minnie Mouse ever feels lonely? Oh, she's always with you.
Yes.
She's always with you. Good. She's with all your other toys, so she can't be lonely, can she?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pass Minnie Mouse back over to you, okay, Taspi?
Okay.
Explorers at home, maybe you've got a teddy or a toy that's a lot older than you think. Older than maybe your mum and dad. Older than maybe your grandma and granddad. Why don't you look into your toys as well? Get an adult to help you. Look on the internet and find out how old your toys are. Just like Tuspi's Minnie Mouse, who she might have had for a few years, but the character is nearly 90 years old. So, thank you, Tuspi, and it's good to have Minnie Mouse with us. Sophie, do you have a Minnie Mouse? Or did you have a Minnie Mouse ever?
I don't have...
What's your favourite toy at the moment then?
I miss my teddy that I named Simon.
Oh, so you had a teddy that you named Simon. It's just a normal teddy which you called Simon?
Yeah, but he wasn't in a movie.
No, so it's just an own teddy. Well, explorers at home, I'm sure you've got that as well. You don't need to have a character from TV or a teddy bear that's from TV. Maybe you've just got your own little cuddly teddy and you've given it your own name, just like Sophie has. She had her own little teddy which wasn't from TV, but she called it Simon.
And
yes, Sophie?
I also got another one that is from Bangladesh and I named Cherry.
Oh, so you got another teddy that you got from Bangladesh called Cherry. Did you go and get it from Bangladesh?
No.
Oh, so somebody got it as a gift for you?
It was my dad.
Oh, brilliant. Well, that's enough of the teddies. Explorers, do look into your teddies. And, hey, listen, we'd love to hear your stories about teddies. So our email is coming across the bottom of the screen. If you want to tell us about your story, send us an email and we'll have a read of it. And who knows, I might spend one of our shows talking about your teddy and reading your email out to everyone. Right, guys, are we on to our topic today?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so before the break we were talking about Mr. Big and how he was all alone, but then at the very end he was good at something and he joined a band, which was a team of musicians. So I think we should stay along that and talk about team sports. Now, do you guys know what sport I'm going to talk about today?
Yes.
Sophie, what sport is it?
It's my favourite one, which is football.
Is that your favourite sport?
Yes.
Taspi, did you know it was football?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right, explorers. Today's topic, we're going to talk about football. because football is a team sport, and we thought it would be really fitting going with this story. So, coming up on your screen, we're going to have a few slides where we're going to look at a few things about football. I'm going to read out as much as I can, but I want you to get an idea of football, and I'm going to actually talk to these guys here about football and get them to share what they know about football. And maybe you, as an explorer, you want to share something about football or share a drawing with me about football. Their email address is across the bottom. Send us your stuff in. It'll be good to talk. But okay, so coming up on the first slide, we're looking at the rules of football. So let's talk about football as a sport. So football is a team sport, and the object of the game, so the way to win the game, is to score more goals than the other team in 90 minutes of playing. So the game is split into two halves of 45 minutes each, and the aim is for you to score more than the other team. After there is a referee that's usually referees the game, so they make sure that everyone stays by the rules, and they have a whistle. Each team has 11 players that can play anywhere on the field, including a goalkeeper who can actually play anywhere on the field. But the goalkeeper is the only one that's allowed to touch the ball with his hands. Nobody else in the field is allowed to touch the ball with their hands while it is in play and while it's within the area of football. If it goes outside, then a player can use his hands to throw it back in, but he's not allowed to use his hands on the pitch. A normal football pitch is 120 yards by 75 yards. On each pitch you will also have a 6-yard box, they call it, which is next to the goal. This is the goal that is protected by the goalkeeper. There is also a second box that's 18 yards out. This is the area that the goalkeeper is allowed to use his hands in. Outside of this area, the goalkeeper cannot use his hands. So, to score, the ball must go in the other person's goal net. So, it must go past the line and end up in the net. The whole ball needs to be over the line. Half the ball being over is not enough. A goal can be scored with any part of the body apart from the hands and the arms. So, you can even use your shoulders to score a goal. Right, winning the win. To win, as I said, you've got to score more than the other team. If the score is the same after 19 minutes, then the game ends as a draw. In some competitions, the game continues for another 30 minutes, and then it goes to something called the penalty shootout, where each team takes 5 penalties. Penalty is given where there's a spot inside the 18-yard box where somebody runs up and takes a shot against the goalkeeper on their own. Everybody else must stay outside of the box until the ball is touched by the penalty taker. So the rules, more rules on it. So the ball even has rules. The ball must be between 58 to 61 centimeters of its circumference in a circular shape. Each team can actually name 7 substitutes, but in a competitive game you can only make 3 out of those 7 substitutes, and the substitute is where you swap a player for one sitting on the side for one that's inside. What other important was it? Right, that's more or less it. There are some things you need to know about the rules of a referee, and a referee can issue yellow cards and red cards. This is up to the referee when he feels, as part of the rules, that a player has done something that's bad enough to be given a warning. He gets a yellow card, and if a player has done something that's really bad, then he gets a red card and is asked to leave the football pitch. 2 yellow cards, 2 warnings means it equals to 1 red card, and that player will be asked to leave. And sort of examples of that might happen is when a player has the ball and another player comes to take it off him, and that player doesn't get the ball and gets the player's legs and actually hurts them or stops them moving forward. That is a foul. Now if the referee sees it and thinks this person's doing it too much, then he might give him a yellow card. Or if he sees that this person is tackling, that tackle was very dangerous and he wasn't after the ball, he could give him a yellow card or even a red card. There's also other times in the game when you're going to think, wow, that person didn't do anything bad, but he got a red card. Those are the rules of the game. So if a player was the last one to tackle, and that player would have scored a goal because he would have been just with the goalkeeper, but that person tackled him as the last one and wasn't after the ball, the referee can actually give him a red card. because he thinks that's stopping someone from clearly scoring a goal. Also, on the other way, if that player was actually inside the goalie's area and he on purpose used his hand to stop the ball from going in the net, and it looked like he was doing it on purpose, he got his hand up, he will also get a red card. So there's so many different types. But football is such a complicated sport, and I usually run out of breath talking about football. And I'm sure for you explorers at home, if you know about football, you'll also get excited and fun talking about football. And your parents will as well, your uncles, your aunts, your big brothers, big sisters. Everyone talks about football. Everyone likes to play football. And I'm sure you get tired. Right, I'm going to come over to you explorers because I need to take a break from talking. And I need to ask you guys how much you know. So did you guys understand the rules of football?
Yes.
Yeah?
But I found it a little bit... Whenever I play football, I find it a little bit complicated.
There's a lot of rules to know.
Yeah.
Tasbi, do you play football? Have you played football in school?
No.
No, not yet.
But I think I did before.
Oh, that's cool. Yes, Sophie. So
I've got a girls' football club in my school, and I also play football in the garden.
oh, that's really good. And maybe that's a good thing to do because, you know, football's such a fun sport.
Yeah.
And it's good fun to run around with a ball and try to kick it into the net, isn't it? And do you guys watch football at home?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Tasbi, do you watch football?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, did you enjoy that?
I watched all the matches.
You watch all the matches. Wow. Did you watch them, Tasbi?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Explorers at home, I hope you watched the World Cup that was on earlier this year, or last year, shall I say. That was a great competition, and I'm sure you all enjoyed following England going all the way to semi-final. Let me ask you about your football team. So does your family enjoy watching football?
Yes.
Yeah? Sophie, does your family enjoy watching football?
Yes, but my older brother doesn't like it.
Oh, so you got a brother that doesn't like football. Do they scream and shout their heads off?
No, we just watch quietly, but sometimes we cheer for them really loudly.
Well, listen, guys. I'm sure you explorers at home enjoy that as well. I'm going to give you some quick facts that are going to come up on your screen. Some really fun facts about football. So have a look at these facts and see what you think of them. So, fact number 1: football was invented in China, in 476 BC. So 476 BC. That's roughly 2,000 years ago. That some saying. So that's an allegation. Okay. Football is the most watched and played sport on earth. Okay. Here's another fact. Fact number 3. Only Canadians and Americans call football soccer. Okay. Number 4. During every football game, football players run an average of 9.65 kilometers. Wow. Fact number 5. The first game of basketball was played with a soccer ball, or a football as we call it in the UK. Fact number 6. Arthur Wharton is considered the first black professional footballer in the world. Okay. Fact number 7. 80% of the world's footballs are manufactured in Pakistan. Fact number 8. The maximum number of goals ever scored was by Stéphane Stanis of France in 1942. Fact number 9. Pelé was the first to call football the beautiful game. Fact number 10. The total length of the football field is 100 yards, which I mentioned earlier in the rules. Okay. Fact number 11. The Football Hall of Fame is situated in Canton in Ohio. Okay. Fact number 12. The first Super Bowl was played in 1967. Fact number 13. An international football game is 90 minutes long, and those 90 minutes are distributed between 2 halves of 45 minutes. Again, that's a normal fact, but yeah, those are the rules. Fact number 14. The North Korean Wongrado May Stadium is the largest football stadium in the world. And fact number 15. One of the fastest goals was scored in 2.8 seconds by Ricardo Oliveira in December 1998. So that is some of the fun facts. I think there's one fact that I left out, and I'm going to quickly say it. 16 is the maximum number of goals scored by one player in a football match. So, some fact. Sophie, do you want to say quickly something about football?
That I got 2 things to say about Brazil won the World Cup 5 times. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but I still know that they've won the Premier League 20 times.
Wow, that is amazing. Did you look that up?
Yeah, my uncle told me because he's a Manchester United fan, but I am a Chelsea fan.
Oh, you're a Chelsea fan. Oh, that's lovely. Well, hey, explorers, I'm sure you've got some fun facts that you want to share with us. Tasbi, do you have a favourite football team?
Oops. France and England.
France and England. Let's give Tasbi a chance to tell us about her team. And you like France and England, Tasbi?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's your favourite player in France? You've forgotten his name?
Yes.
Is it Mbappe?
Yes.
Yeah? Say his name for us.
Mbappe.
Mbappe's your favourite. And do you have a favourite player in England?
Yes.
Have you forgotten his name or do you remember it?
Forgot.
You forgot. Is it Harry Kane?
Yes.
Yeah. Sophie, do you have a favourite team and favourite players you want to quickly tell us?
My favourite teams are France and Belgium.
And choose one player from each team that your favourite.
My favourite French player, I find it hard to choose.
Okay, you got to choose one quickly because we've got to go off air.
Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba, okay. And your favourite Belgian player?
Eden Hazard.
Eden Hazard. That's all we've got time for. I'd love to hear from you explorers about football. I think I need to do another day on football because it's such a big sport and there's so much to talk about. Join us again next week. We've got another lovely story to do. I think I'm due to do an Islamic story, so I want to do a Quran story. So join us next week for a Quran story and also for another topic that we're going to talk about. Sophie and Tasbi, do you want to say goodbye to the explorers?
Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.
And also from me, goodbye. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.